Hello everyone, I'm RiverFox and welcome back to another video. If you are new around here, thank you very much for stopping by. Don't forget to click that like down below and hit that subscribe before you go. And if you turn on that notification bell, then you'll always get updated of all my new content when it comes out. But today I am very excited to be starting my brand new series on the channel. It is Ancestors, the Humankind Odyssey. Now, if you are interested in getting this game yourself, you can get it from the Epic Store. If you do, please don't forget to use code RiverFox as it will help me out a great deal. Okay, now what I have done, I have restarted this now because I wanted to sort of go through a few things that I have sort of learnt and found out so far with the game. Now, one of the things that you can do, you can actually become any one of your clan members. So if I go over to this one here, and if I go analyze, it'll come up then on the left hand side there, just above my head, it'll say switch. So if you switch, you can then become that clan member as well. But I'm going to just go back to this male here. Now, of course, we did learn yesterday with the water, but of course, with anything that you find, you do need to inspect it first before you actually eat or drink it. A lot of things around here can actually be and I may have got it wrong. It's not a male. This is a female, I think. But you may have to check things before you actually go and eat them or drink them, because otherwise certain things around here can actually be dangerous for you. But there are a few other things that you do need to do. Now, when you go on to your intelligence, of course you see all these squares and circles and everything around. Now, what you do have to do, you do have to go and experiment with things, memorize things, and learn what things are, because there's so many different things around that you need to sort of investigate everything thoroughly. There's like things here, like there's a twig here. Now, if you inspect this twig, you'll learn then that it is a twig. Later on then you'll be able to go through, you can actually use these twigs with other things to make other tools as well. Now you can make little piles of things. If you find other twigs like this, then you can drop them and add them into a pile of different things, so at least you can go back to it then later, and you'll know exactly where they are, so you can make a stockpile of them. Now plants, these plants down the side here, if you grab these, don't forget to inspect it first. But these are a good food source. They are pretty good for healing your bones, as horsetail. So if you eat that, you will, now there's no problem with my bones at the moment, but you'll sometimes get, there we are, a little thing pop up the bottom left here. Hopefully I'm not in the way of it. There we are. Now I've just moved my my camera over just slightly. You can just see on the bottom left there, you've got like this little shield thing, like a bone symbol on. Now when you eat the horsetail, it will sort of revitalize your bones when you have poorly bones. You have to make sure that you remember people in the clan. You can change their names if you want. I'm not going to change. I mean, you can either change and become the little baby, which is kind of cool. But you can change and come to anyone that you like. Well, we come back to this one here now. So that's the horsetail. So we know what that is. We can eat that now. Now, when it comes to bedtime or night time, it is a good idea then to go and rest. And what you can do is you can lie down. You can go to sleep, which of course give you nice rest and revitalize you. But another option you have is evolution. And when you go into evolution, what that does is everything that you find, you discover, you open up, will appear around here. Now we haven't found anything as yet, but we will get to that in a moment. But you need to sort of regularly go on to this so that you can update and learn new abilities. Now, another thing that I have learnt as well is when you do find, say, a new food source or new item or anything, and when you eat it, the other clan members will realize what you are doing. And if you can see this one just over here, now they've obviously realized that I'm eating it, and they understand then that that it's safe to eat. And that you're fine. So they will actually go and eat as well. So they will actually copy the things that you do to get you you're basically in charge of it. Now you'll notice, and you've got this blue sort of haze around you. Now that normally means that you're cold. So if you go into somewhere warm, you will warm back up again, and then you won't be cold again. But something else that I have found, if you come over here, I know it is raining at the moment. You do tend to get cold when it is raining. But where are they? Over here somewhere. Now these, if you inspect these, now these are a very good source. Now, if you are cold, I don't know how you pronounce that. Is it cat? And you eat these will actually warm you up a little bit. So it'll help to prevent you from getting cold. It doesn't work, huge amounts, but it will help you if you do get cold. Now, another thing that you can do as well, as I was saying, if you go indoors when it is when it's raining, then you can actually call your clan mates, your clan members, and you can actually call them to to come inside in the dry, and also if you go over to them and like this, you press B to say follow me, and you can actually take them in there then, so that they do follow you inside in the nice and warm. So once they come in here now, there we go. And if you go back up to them again, you can actually then make them make them stay. Well, it won't stay at the moment on this one, but if I go and find somebody else, you can say to them, wait here. So if you go to this one, follow me. Where's everybody else? We got another one somewhere. Well, we'll slowly take them inside anyway, in the nice and dry. You following? Yes. There we go. And there we go. You can stay there as well. So you've got to make sure that you do look after the other clan members as well. And no, I don't want that one. I want follow me. Come on, where are you? Follow me. There we go. So if you take them all inside, then they should remember then that when they when it is raining, that they will go inside and they will actually stay inside then. Now, once you have made a pile of certain things, then you can start construction, and you can build nests, you can build beds, loads of different things. Now we've got a branch barrier there, which is good. You can also, if we come over here, these items here, if we just inspect these, okay, now that's natal grass cycad. I'm not sure if that's how you pronounce it. Now you can make a pile of these, drop that there, and we've got more over here as well. And if you go to the ones that you've dropped, you can add to pile, and I think we need to have 4 of these. And then once you've grabbed them and you've put them in your pile, now you can start construction on this. And what this will do then, this will build a bed then. There we go. So that is your bed. Now you do need to make sure that you do have a good sleep, especially when it gets night time like this. When it gets really dark, you need to have a really good sleep. You will dream, sometimes good dreams, sometimes bad. I've been trying to sort of set it now to probably around about 8 o'clock. There we go. You normally get a good sleep after that. Now it's had a decent sleep. It needs a bit of food and water. So as soon as you get up then in the morning, you want to have a drink. And of course everybody else will come and follow you then as well. And once you've had a nice drink and eaten, then at least you'll be able to start the day off nice. And once you do all these sort of activities and things, then you will open up new neurons, which I will show you in a second. So we make sure we have our food. And of course everybody else will follow as well. Now we drop that one, don't want that one. Make sure you do have these as well. You don't want to just eat one thing all the time, because if you eat the same sort of foods all the time, then you can get bad stomach, you can get ill, and that's not good. So that's the food side of it. Now, if we just come over to our bed, now you have to lie down in order to do this, but if you go into your evolution, what you would have done then, you'll open up new neurons, which is basically your brain's activity. You've opened up new abilities then. So if we initiate this one, the ability to gather all clan members is acquired. Hold B to gather all clan members. So that is that one. And we got another one up here then, which is the ability to switch hands with an item is acquired. So that's 2 new things that we've opened up so far. Okay, so if let's have a look. If I go over here, now you press B, which is the clan's call, and if you hold down B, it like stomps on the floor and it will gather everybody to the one area. So that's your clan's call. Now you've got the ability now to be able to pick up more than one item. So if we pick up a stick, now you can switch hands with it now, like that. And now if we can find some stones, where are they? There we are. Pick up a stone. Now if you alter this now, you have to inspect the stone first to make sure that you've learnt what the actual stone is, and it's a new discovered tool. Right, then what you can do is you can alter things. Now, you have to make sure that you do things at the right sort of strength. If you hit things too hard, then it will break the tools and it won't work. But if you do it right, you can actually change your twig and make it into a different item. So we keep going on this. There we are. Now you can see bits of the twig coming off when you hit it. As say, you need to hit it the right sort of strength. Too hard and it'll break it in pieces, and not hard enough and nothing will happen at all. Now you'll know when you've done it because it will pop up then to say that you've done something to it. There we are, we're nearly done. There we go. So a new tool is discovered. So if we switch hands, and if you inspect this new tool, there we are. Now, at the moment, it is a stick. But if we swap back over again, and if we carry on hitting this now, now it does take a lot of practice to get this right, but once you've got this done properly, you'll get another new tool then. I'm still getting used to it. I still haven't learned properly about it. Almost there. Now you see the stick is changing as well. As you do it, the more you hit it, you'll see that the stick is getting sort of sharper on the end. There we go. So another new tool. Okay. So if we switch hands again and then inspect this again. Okay. Now we have a sharpened stick. Okay. So we've got our stick. Now what is it? I don't want to drop the stick. I want to drop the stone. There we go. Keep our stick. Now this bit here, I think it's this bit. If you go over to this section and this bit here, so if we come over to this and then inspect this, I think it's amazing how they actually do inspect things. Okay, so this is a fishing spot. Now you can poke in here. I didn't catch anything that time. Sometimes you will actually get a fish. And sometimes you will actually break your stick, but you can get a fish in here. Now, another thing that you've got here, you've got this granite rock as well, which no, not this one. We've looked at that one. The other one. That's it. This one. So if you inspect this rock over here, now this is actually obsidian. It's called, which is kind of aptly named. And what you can do, you can use these to make things as well. And again, you've got to do things at the right hardness, otherwise you will destroy the different objects and they just get smashed to pieces. But you can make tools out of these as well. Okay, so hitting an obsidian can alter a granite rock. Now, if you do it the other way, it doesn't generally work. But once you've done it and hit things, then you can inspect them again. And it's new. There we are, granite grinder. So there's a new item now that you've got. Okay, now then, when you've got your normal granite stone, now you can use them to hit your coconuts. If you don't do it as hard as I just did it there, let me go get another coconut. Okay, now then, if you don't do it too hard, you can actually use stones and things to break the coconuts open. And again, don't do it too hard or it will totally destroy it. But once you've there we are, once you've cracked it open, then you can actually use the food then. Oh, you've got to remember to switch hands all the time. So if we inspect that, it should be a new food. New food discovery, cracked cocoa. So if we drink that, that is good for you as well. Yum, yum, yum. But the main thing to remember is that when you've finished, is to go back home. Don't forget to have a sleep, because the more that you sleep, then the better you will, your body will feel. You can get very tired quickly. So if you go down, lie down, and then you can press A then. Now you need to hold A down to be able to sleep. And you'll see the time changing then at the top of the screen. You will dream for a while, sometimes good dreams, sometimes bad dreams, like this one. But that will rest you, and then the next day, then when you wake up, then you should be feeling a lot better. There we go. But you need to make sure then that you have food and water as well when you get up, and everybody else will come and follow you as we got any berries left over here? Where there's no berries. If we go find some of these berries, there we go. You can have some of these berries, and that will fill you up then for your breakfast. Oh, okay. Well, as I was saying, if you do have too much of something, like I've just done there, you can get poisoned, which makes everything all fuzzy and all strange. So you don't want to eat too much. Don't drink too much either, but make sure that you do have enough to sort of keep you going. But that is what I've kind of learnt at the moment so far. I'm going to leave it at that for a moment. I've got loads more learning and checking out to do. But I hope this has helped you out. If it has, don't forget to drop a like down below. Hit that subscribe before you go. And if you turn on that notification bell, then you'll always get updated of all my daily content when it comes out. But I hope you have enjoyed. And until the next time, I hope you have a lovely day. And stay safe, my friends.